Welcome to Frido. So just begin to relax, and we're going to begin with a small meditation followed by the Journey of Frido poem. So just begin to relax yourself and get settled. And if you need to move or adjust yourself at any time, feel free. And I just invite you to close your eyes and begin to observe your body sensations, your breathing, and any thoughts that may or may not come into the mind. Just gently scan through your body from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Simply observing, noticing any feelings, any sensations that may arise in any one of your body organs or parts of your body. Notice if there's any tension or any relaxation. And as you continue to breathe, you can now expand your awareness out into the room or the space that you're in. Just noticing the temperature of the air on your skin and any sounds around. Just continuing to breathe comfortably as your awareness expands out into the town that you live in or your surrounding area. Just observing how that feels. As your attention expands further still out into the world, into the whole world. Noticing the atmosphere, the feelings in the world, with all its people, animals, plants, different races and religions, different age groups, physical abilities, different cultures. Just noticing and observing the world. Maybe your attention goes to one particular country or culture, or perhaps nothing, just a feeling. And as you continue to breathe comfortably, expand your awareness now out into the universe, the infinite universe of ever-ending space. Just notice the atmosphere, the energy of the universe. And you can just float around for a while. You can float around the universe as long as you want. Notice how that feels. Maybe you'll go somewhere, or maybe you'll stay in one place. And when you're ready, in your own time, you can gently begin your journey back into the world, back into the town, back into your space, and finally returning back into your body. once again noticing your breathing, noticing any thoughts, and noticing any body sensations. And while you're in this particular state, I'm going to read out the Frido Journey. It's a poem, The Journey of Frido. Something stirs from deep inside. It twists and turns 1,000 times. It pulls and stretches into shape. A figure shows and moves around. A hand supports it from below until it feels and begins to grow. Building blocks are put in place until the figure is nice and safe. The figure starts to create its own, from light and darkness, vibrating tone. Birth and death begin to rise. The figure splits to compromise. The figure then creates some space. Now life and death begin their race, until the space has found a way to stabilize and have its say. Space creates a home for all, the separation of large and small, of water, fire, earth and air, weight and lightness, cold and brightness, pain and sorrow, love and joy. Out of this space comes girl and boy. The figure has journeyed through time and space, feeling as though it has won the race, looking around only to find a universe of an amazing kind. The training's been tough, it's been testing and rough. The figure is ready, it's complete and steady. Back to the source, the figure must run, for now the journey has just begun. Hey, welcome to Frido, Journey to Freedom. We're going to be working with this card today. So it's the body. It's the beginning of a journey. So it's the body card. So you can take a look at that if you like. And now if you want to relax and close your eyes, I'm going to read that card to you. You're at the beginning of your journey to discover more about your symbol, your word you've chosen for today's journey. You will gain more clarity, focus and stability to navigate your way through in the best possible way. The mountain in this card represents your symbol, your word you've chosen today. You're ready and the adventure begins here and now. There are many ways to go. Only you can choose which path to take. Do you go through the mountain or over it? Sometimes the path less travelled is the best one, but the one most travelled is often the safest. You may find yourself lost, but then again, you may find yourself along the way. Is the risk worth taking? Or maybe stay where you are? Whatever choice you make, you have the key to your dreams. I am always clear of my purpose. So, when you're ready, get a piece of paper, write down the word you've chosen for today's journey. I'm going to call it a symbol from now on. So the word you've chosen, I call a symbol. So write your symbol at the top of your piece of paper. You might want to put a date. And I want you to give yourself a percentage. So how well do you know that your word, your symbol? Are you the master of your symbol? Or do you not know how to use it? Or can you not use it in your life so well? Or is it perhaps using you? So if you're a master of your symbol, a master of fear, a master of money, a master of your relationship, a master of your health, then give yourself a high percentage. But if you're not, make that a lower percentage. You decide on what percentage that is. Now if you've got some, you might want to pause the video here and there. Find some colours for this symbol. So get some coloured pens or pencils or felt tips or crayons. And we're going to use those through this first exercise. It's a mind exercise. And I want you to start choose a colour and write your symbol down, write the word. So if it's the word love, write the word love and choose a style. So think of a style, maybe tiny, write it very tiny. Choose a colour, write it very tiny. And now choose another colour and write it in a different way. Perhaps write it like tall, very thin and tall. Whatever your symbol is. It's very powerful this, as you're beginning to tap in to the word energy of your symbol. This comes from, like, if you think about a business, when they go into business, they pick a name for their business and then they get an expensive designer, a good business will, gets the expensive designer and they'll design this perfect symbol that represents their business name for them. So this is what we're doing here. We're creating this kind of logo. It really helps us focus. It also helps us learn to program our brain, because our brains often, it gets programmed and it often gets stuck on the existing programs. So this will help to learn to create new programs, especially around the word you've chosen, the symbol today. So we're going to continue. You're going to write some more words down in different styles. So maybe perhaps write one in a messy style. Choose a colour for that. Write one where you mix up the letters. You might choose a different colour for each letter. Perhaps you'll write it like lazy, very lazy style, or a crooked, write it all crooked, or upside down, back to front, or perhaps very like wide or bubble-like. So just have a play around, stop the video and have a think about different styles, different colours that you can write them. And this is flexing that particular muscle in your certain part of your brain that's going to give you more focus and a bit more clarity. So once you've done that and you've got about 10 or 15 word styles you've written in different colours, I want you to kind of have a clear space, maybe get a new sheet of paper or write it on the back, or a nice clean space, and choose one, like the one you're going to choose for your symbol to represent it. So which style are you going to use, or are you going to make up your own? Perhaps you'll make up just your own style, freestyle. You decide. And I want you to spend some time, spend like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, however long you want. Or some people spend longer, some people a bit shorter, but put some attention into it. It's really important not to just write it with no attention. Really get it, create a logo of your symbol, the word, exactly how you'd like it to look. Are you going to use a strong colour? Are you going to use a mixture of colours? Are you going to have it bold or soft and flowing? And really spend some time creating this really powerful logo, this symbol for yourself as a word. Now make sure you're really happy with it before you finish. You can pause the video while you're doing that. And when you're ready, replay the video. We'll continue. So now we're going to go on to the body exercise where we embody the symbol. It's really important to, when we're working with symbols, to embody them through the body. Because once you've actually embodied something, you become, like, in a way, you become the master of that symbol. So for example, if my t-shirt represented fear for me, right, it's got no control over me. I can walk over there, I can do anything I want, and the fear just has to come with me. And the same as if it's love or if it's something else. So embodiment is very, very important, whether it's negative or positive, the symbol you've chosen today. So once you've kind of having a feeling, start to feel into your symbol you've chosen today, and you can start to move your body first of all. Just kind of start to move it to get some flexibility in the body. Move your head, your shoulders, your feet, your toes. Start to kind of feel all the parts of your body, you know, with some movement. Yeah, it's just like if we're going to make something out of plasticine or clay, we start to make it more pliable, see what it can do. So moving your fingers around, just sort of giving yourself a bit of shape. And then begin to find different shapes that can represent your symbol. So if my symbol was love, you know, I might start doing this. Thinking about my feet, how my legs would be sitting, how my chest would be feeling. Think about your angles, you know, will be looking over there or up here. There could be many shapes to represent your symbol. Just start flowing into different shapes. You know, working through your body, observing how your feet would be sitting, what position they'd be in to represent your symbol. And keep on moving from shape to shape. And after you've done that for a while and you're comfortable, begin to create what I call it like a master shape. One of the master shapes. So start to create the more perfect shape, the shape that you feel like you want to sort of sit in for a while. So find that shape and start to get it more detailed, define it. Think about your feet, your toes, your fingers, your eyebrows, your ears, everything. Are they in the right position, the right shape, your neck, to represent your symbol in the best possible way? You know, the shape of your mouth, your hands, your tummy, your spine. And just try and create this really beautiful shape for your symbol. Now once you're there, once you've got it, just sit in that shape for a moment before we continue into our final exercise. Stay in your shape. If you need to make adjustments, always feel free to adjust. You might feel a different shape coming on and you want to adjust into it. Now once you're in your shape, we're going to do a ritual, a Frito ritual called body breathing. It's amazing, and it's about it's a breathwork exercise where we're going to be learning to actually fully body breathe. So it's amazing for the whole body, this exercise. We're not just breathing from our nose and our lungs, the whole body is going to learn to breathe here. And it's also going to be at the same time breathing, strengthening our connection to the power of our symbol that we're using today. So whether it's something negative or something positive, we're going to be tapping into its power more so we can actually use that power. So once you're in your shape, just start to breathe. And I want you to imagine that as you're breathing out, your body's shrinking. And as you're breathing in, your body's expanding, just like a balloon. Imagine your body's a balloon. And as you're breathing out, all the air's coming out of the whole balloon, not just the top of it, where your lungs are, the entire balloon. All the air's coming out. And as you're breathing in, the whole balloon is filling up with air, oxygen. So just have a feeling, so carry on breathing. As you're breathing out, your whole body is kind of contracting more. And as you're breathing in, your body's expanding, just like a balloon. Breathing out, contracting. Breathing in, expanding. Just continue for a moment doing this. And now we're going to go a bit more advanced. So I want you to now imagine, pick a body part, let's say just your head. So imagine now, as you're breathing in, your head's expanding. And as you're breathing out, your head's contracting. And now choose another body part, perhaps your feet. As you breathe in, your feet are expanding. As you breathe out, your feet are contracting. And now we're going to go a bit deeper. You can choose a body organ, let's say your heart. So imagine your heart. As you're breathing out, your heart's contracting. And as you're breathing in, your heart is expanding. Out and contract. In and expand. If you feel like, if you want to pause the video and do this for longer before you carry on, feel free. And if not, we're going to move on to the most advanced level of breathing. Is as you breathe in, imagine every body cell in your entire body expanding. And as you breathe out, imagine all your body cells contracting. So breathe in, and all your body cells are breathing in. All the way through every part of your body, your feet, your toes, your hands, your nose, your chest, your lungs, your nervous system, every cell in your body. As you breathe in, every cell expands. It also breathes in. And as you breathe out, all your body cells are also breathing out. They're contracting. So you're breathing in and out together with every body cell. And practice this. Pause the video and practice this for a bit longer, at least 1 to 5 minutes. The longer you go, the deeper you go. So just remember that, and it's a daily ritual, this breathwork exercise, so you can do it daily, and it's just incredible. So continue as long as you want, and then when you're ready, come back and we'll complete our journey. So to complete our journey, we're going to, on our piece of paper, I want you to think of something you've learned today. Just anything that comes to mind, something you feel is important, something you can take away with you. Don't overthink it. Don't try and make it has to be logical, it has to be this kind of learning or that type of learning. It may connect to your journey, it may connect to your symbol, it may not. Sometimes the journey connects us to something different, which is equally important. So whatever learning you can take with you, write down, what have I learned today? What can I take with me? Write that down, keep it short. Frida is about simplicity, to keep it as short as possible. You know, 1 sentence maximum. Now once you've got that sentence, I want you to now reduce that sentence into a learning affirmation. How can you reduce it into between like 2 to 4 words and make it into an affirmation? Like, I've got it, I'm doing it, I am it. For example, if I've chosen to work with the word love today, and I've done my journey today with love, and I've now learnt that love can be expansive, it can breathe. And maybe my learning affirmation will just be something like, love breathes. Love is breathing. I'm breathing love. This kind of thing. So it's kind of, you're doing it. It's happening. When you say that affirmation, those 2 to 4 words, it's like, I'm doing it. Your mind's got it. It's already doing it. It's very important to do that. So the subconscious has got it. It's already got that learning. And then the final part is getting the body to also understand it, to know it's got it. And the only way you can do that is by demonstrating it physically. It's like to say, oh, I can swim. Yeah, my mind might think I can swim, but my body's got to go in and swim. So the same with your symbol. Your mind now has got it. I am love, or I am doing this, or blah, blah, blah. And now you've got to do it. So the way to do it is think about how you can demonstrate your learning affirmation in real life. What action can you do to prove that your learning affirmation is true? Do you make a phone call? Is it going to be doing something you've got to do today, tomorrow, the next day? Is it going to be something you need to confront, or you need to sort out? It's some action, something you've got to physically do, say, to show that you've got it. You're proving your affirmation is true. And then your body will get it as well. So finally, give yourself a percentage where you feel you are with your symbol right now. Do you feel like you know more about it, less about it? There's no right or wrong. There's no competition. You've got to learn more or less. There's different reasons why you would put more or less or the same. Only you know that. So have a think about it. Do you know any more about your symbol? Do you feel like you can use more of its power? You've learned more about its power, perhaps. Or give yourself a higher percentage than when you started. You decide. And just remember, if you need anything, any problems, any questions, please reach out. You're welcome to do. We've got 75 different free play journeys, rituals, journeys, and readings. So we've got 3 different types, and they're all free on free play. You can also join one of our webinars, live groups, one of our international retreats, or a workshop, or have a one-to-one. So feel free to use all the resources of Freedo. And hope you enjoyed your journey today. And remember, keep living the dream.